Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm so happy you're here today because we are going to do something fun, creative, and of course, delicious. Today, I'll show you step by step how to bake a soft, fluffy, and mouth-watering homemade cake. And here's the best part. While we bake, you'll also learn some new and useful English kitchen words in a simple and enjoyable way. So stay with me, and let's make this an experience full of flavor, fun, and learning. Don't worry, it's super easy, and I'll guide you carefully through every single step. Even if this is your very first time in the kitchen, by the end of this video, you'll be able to say, "Yes, I baked a cake all by myself." Step 1. Preparing the ingredients. Now let's start with the basics. Before we touch the oven or the whisk, we need to prepare our ingredients. Good bakers always say, measure first, mix later. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Here's what we need today. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of butter, 2 fresh eggs, 1 cup of milk, and finally, 1 spoon of baking powder. I want you to notice some kitchen words here. Cup, spoon, bowl, whisk, spatula. These are words you will use again and again in English cooking and baking. Now always remember, baking is a little bit like science. If you add too much or too little of something, the result will change. So be patient, take your time, and measure carefully. Step 2. Mixing butter and sugar. Now, here we are, ready to begin. Take your butter and your sugar and place them together in a large mixing bowl. Using a whisk or a wooden spoon, beat them together until the texture becomes smooth and fluffy. This step is very important because it creates air inside the batter, which later makes the cake light and soft. As you mix, you might hear the butter and sugar making a soft sound, almost like sand. That's normal. Keep going until the mixture looks creamy, pale, and smooth. This is called creaming. Finley knew that only the purest of hearts could find it, and so the adventure began. What would Finley discover next? Step 3. Adding the eggs. Now it's time to add the eggs. Crack them one at a time. First egg, crack it gently on the side of the bowl, open it carefully, and let it fall into the butter and sugar mixture. Take your whisk and mix it well until everything is combined. Now, here comes the second egg. Crack it, add it in, and whisk again. You'll see the mixture changing color and becoming richer. Eggs are like the glue of the cake. They hold everything together. Step 4. Adding the milk. Next, slowly pour in the milk while mixing. Don't add it all at once. Add a little, whisk, then add a little more. As you do this, you'll notice the mixture becoming creamier and silkier. This is when you really start to feel like a baker. Look at the bowl now, smooth, shiny, and full of promise. Step 5. Adding the flour and baking powder. Now comes the part where everything really comes together. Take your flour and baking powder, but don't just dump them in. We're going to sift them. Sifting means passing the flour through a sieve to make it light and airy. So hold your sieve above the bowl, put the flour and baking powder inside, and gently shake. Watch how the fine white powder falls softly, almost like snow. Isn't it beautiful? Now, take your spatula and gently fold the flour into the wet mixture. Folding means moving the spatula slowly in a circular motion from the bottom of the bowl to the top. Don't stir too fast. This step is about being gentle. The slower you fold, the softer your cake will be. Step 6. Preparing the pan. Now, here we are, almost ready to bake. Take your baking pan, round or square, it doesn't matter, and grease it with a little butter. Just take a brush or even a piece of paper towel, dip it in butter, and rub it around the pan. This will stop the cake from sticking later. Step 7. Pouring the batter. Now pour the smooth batter into the pan. Tilt the bowl carefully and let the batter slide down. Use your spatula to scrape the sides so nothing goes to waste. Smooth the top with the spatula so the batter looks even and flat. Step 8. Preheating and baking. Before we put the cake inside, we need to preheat the oven. That means turning it on before baking so it reaches the right temperature. Set your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Wait a few minutes until it's ready, then open the oven door and place your cake inside. Now close the oven and let the magic happen. For about 30 minutes, your kitchen will slowly fill with the sweet smell of baking cake. It's one of the best feelings in the world, the smell of sugar, butter, and vanilla all mixing together in the air. Finally, after waiting patiently, it's time to take out our masterpiece. Look at this golden, fluffy cake. It's soft, warm, and absolutely perfect. You can serve it plain, dust it with sugar, or add your favorite toppings like fruit, chocolate, or whipped cream. And that's it! A simple, delicious, homemade cake that anyone can make. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you'll try this recipe in your own kitchen. Enjoy baking, enjoy learning, and see you next time. And that's it. Step by step, we've made a soft, fluffy, delicious homemade cake together. You've also learned some useful English kitchen words like whisk, spatula, sift, fold, preheat, and more. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll try this recipe in your own kitchen. And remember, baking is not just about food. It's about joy, patience, and sharing. So enjoy baking, enjoy learning, and as always, see you next time.